My name is Daisy Policarpo. I am currently a history major and I will be graduating in May 2015. So the service that we engaged in was directly helping students. I believe it's called the primaria, so it would be elementary school students, where we went in and we kind of helped, not refurbish, but update the school's foundation. So we gave them a new roof, and then we built the principal her own office. So those were the kinds of things that we did. But we also interacted a lot with the children, so it wasn't just manual work. It was teaching them English. It was kind of just playing with them and interacting with the teachers and getting to know them better and the people that they are and what the school is really all about. The thing is, when you go to Guatemala, it's you're there for, I believe it's 10 days, but it seems like you're there forever. But then when it's over, you realize that went so fast and so slow. The days there are different than here. It's everything goes by a lot slower, but when it's over, you realize how fast it was. So I think I don't think I have a favorite part. I loved every minute of it, and I think that's one of the best things about going abroad and doing an alternative spring break, is that you get to experience so much in such a short amount of time that when you come back, it's you don't realize how much you've changed from when you left. And I'm still, even now, 2 weeks later, processing what happened, how I feel, what's different about myself. But I think I left with new friends that I would have never met had I not gone on this trip. And I left with a new perspective on my own values and the things that I want to do. So I think that was one of the best parts that I got out of the trip. And seeing how just happy they were to just live their life the way that they do. And I think that's something that I needed, because I think I was so stressed at school. And I think this is why it's so awesome that alternative springs breaks are right in the middle of the semester. It recharges your battery. You may come home exhausted, but you come home emotionally and mentally with a new sense of who you are, and a new sense of okay, this is why I'm doing this for myself. These are the reasons why I put myself through taking 20 units a semester, to do all of these things and see and be able to change yourself and I guess the world a little bit by going abroad. Theirs is more of an experience and just simple happiness, and I think that's something I left with, and less more of a materialistic kind of happiness. And I think that's a really big thing that I think a lot of us realized while we were there, that there's different ways of living your life and being really happy, and it's a completely different standard that we have here. It's gonna change your life, and as cheesy as that sounds, when I was leaving with my new group of friends, I was this trip changed my life, and it did, because you don't realize the things that you're gonna get into and what you're gonna experience and what you're gonna see. And I think if you're scared, then that's a good thing, because that means that you're going to come back changed. You're going to come back with new experiences. I've realigned my values and I know what I want. And I definitely came back, because at the beginning of the year I was I'm going to be a minimalist, I want to live with less things. And I think I was struggling with that a bit. I was whatever, maybe I do need these pair of shoes or whatever. So, but when I came back, I realized, I don't need all of that stuff. I just want to be happy the way that they were. Just seeing their genuine happiness, that is what I wanted. So the first thing I did when I got back was I cleaned out my closet and I donated a bunch of things that I didn't need, that I couldn't take to Guatemala because it didn't fit the kids, or it just wasn't something that they use there. But those kinds of things, taking those steps and seeing reanalyzing and revaluing what you really want in your life, I think that's what all of the alternative spring breaks do, not just going to Guatemala. It's all of them have that each ingrained in their own way, and maybe extremely covert the way that it works, but it really goes through you subconsciously until you get back here and realize this is different. Everything is different.